globally has increasingly been a concern of all the governments around the world. Therefore, many countries are competing to supply this need. Australia, as we know, is the biggest contributor of this in supplying the demand. And we know that Australia has a very strong relationship with Indonesia, and Indonesia is, I think, one of the largest live cattle export markets of Australia. And this study is very interesting. The discussion will be about, firstly, feeding and watering management, and management of thousands of cattle, and also a little bit about animal welfare. This, where I conducted the study in Victoria River Downs, a bit far from Darwin City. It's still in Northern Territory, Australia. Before we continue to the discussion, I'd like to introduce a little bit about the company itself. We call it as Victoria River Downs Cattle Station. This cattle station has 2,824 square kilometers land, and it is only one of the 6 cattle stations included in Hawkesbury Cattle Company, which is owned by only one person, Australian. One person owning 6 cattle stations, and one cattle station comprises 24,000 cattle, with only 16 people working together to handle them. Can you imagine that? Well, the most familiar cattle breed in Australia, northern part of Australia, is Brahman Cross. Why? Because it's really tolerant for in coping with the hot temperature of the environment, and also it's really productive, and the body weight is very promising for supplying feed. Let's talk about feeding and rangeland management. First of all, the land in Victoria River Downs is divided into 24 paddocks using wire fences, and then it is estimated that every square kilometer can produce 200,000 kilograms. So that after being counted, that the maximum number of cattle put in the land is only 1 head of cattle per hectare. You can also imagine that how. We will not find it in Indonesia. And the land is also accompanied with the controlling of weight and the use of some supplementation for the cattle themselves. And then, of course, all cattle stations concerns about some kinds of infrastructure like roads and gates and fences, which allowing them to do some treatments, moving cattle from one paddock to another paddock or to the yard for some treatments. The feed is also in the form of hay. Hay is the dry grass in the form of cylinder. It is used for feeding during dry season, for feeding weaners, and of course for horses. And one of the most interesting things in this presentation is how they could manage their thousands of head of cattle. Let's see. So you can see that only a few people handling this cattle, those cattle. This is what we call as yard. So the cattle are moved into the yard, and then they just handle them easily and quickly. All the treatments are being conducted in this place. How they do that? There is a treatment that we call mustering, where we use the hoses and sometimes in helicopters. We gather all of the cattle into one place. And there will be some people, around 5 or 7 horse riders, will be moving the cattle. And then in this occasion, the cattle will be moved into the yard, and then you can see the treatment here. In the yard, it's equipped by what we call a scalp cradle. So that they do some dehorning, branding, castration, and all of the things is being performed here. And you can, you can calculate also that all of these are done for 2,000 cattle, only for 2 or 3 days, using this system. And after that, they are moved into the paddock based on their age, like if they belong to as cows or as bulls or winners and so on. Well, of course, there will be some questions about how they can answer the cattle that will be well watered. There are some sources of water: rivers, billabong, water holes, springs, dams, and water bores. They use water bores and water pump for doing this. And after being applied, the water will be stored to at nest, hole and raised soil, and then after that the water will be automatically transferred to the water truck so that the cattle can easily access the water. And the farmers, the workers, will ensure that this system is working. It uses the automatic pram. And let's talk about one very interesting thing that has been a problem within Indonesia and Australia. In 2012, we all know that there was a conflict between Indonesian government and Indonesia and Australia. That it was because of the video showing some abuses treatment for some cattle from Australia in one of the slaughtering houses in Indonesia.